or harmed in the making of this video. So today we are going to be making human meat pies. Yes, you read the title correctly. Otherwise known as Mrs. Lovett's Meat Pies from Sweeney Todd the Musical. The recipe is coming out of this book here. Disclaimer for the 4,000 new humans that I have on this channel. Firstly, if you did subscribe, thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. Secondly, I'm not cool. To give you a little bit of context, I'm going to try to sum up the musical in about 10 seconds. So there is Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, who kills people and slits their throats, and then Mrs. Lovett loves Sweeney Todd, so she helps him dispose of the bodies by baking them into meat pies, taking her meat pies from being the worst pies in London into, God, that's good, that is D, I want more delicious. If you've seen the musical, you know what I'm trying to reference. If not, you're probably very confused. Anyway, I don't actually have any dead bodies on hand, surprisingly, so I did have to do just a little bit of Googling. Because that's not a creepy thing to have in your search results. So this is what you are going to need if you would like to make Mrs. Lovett's meat pies. From my Googling, I discovered that pork tastes most like human and beef looks the most like human. So that is why I have decided to use a mixture of both. If you want to be really true to the story, you should grind your meat 3 times, no more, no less. You're also going to need beef stock, an onion, potato, a mixture of basil, oregano, salt and pepper, coriander, flour, sugar, water, and a whole bunch of butter. The exact measurements will be in the recipe, which will be listed in the description below. First up is pastry. So I have my pre-shifted flour. So all I'm gonna do is just sit here and rub together my flour, sugar, salt, and butter till it looks like sand. You could do this in a food processor and it'll be very, very quick. I don't have one of those, so I'm gonna be here for a while. So once you have something that resembles sand, you want to take your iced water. I have 4 tablespoons here. It says 4 to 8, and you want to start smashing it together like so. So this is what I've got at the moment. I don't think I need any more water. It is pretty crumbly. As long as it will hold together when it's smashed together like so, you're doing pretty good. I'm back! That was obnoxious, I'm sorry. I've also decided that the knockoff hoodie is staying on because it's my channel and I can do whatever the hell I want. It's chopping time. So we're about to do the fillings while the pastry is still chilling. I don't like onions. I don't chop onions. Yeah. How does one do this? There we go! Ha ha! Yeah. Yeah. We're going rogue. In the recipe, I'm pretty sure you just chuck everything raw inside a pastry crust and hope for the best, which freaks me out because I mean, raw meat. So we're just gonna quickly cook all of our ingredients prior to putting them in the oven. This is gross. I do not like this. Okay. And now it is gravy time, baby. So I have a little bit of extra butter and a little bit of extra flour, and we are going to add the butter into the pan and melt it, and then add the flour to make a paste. I would like to say I've never made gravy from scratch, so I'm not feeling very confident. I feel like this is a job for Tiny Whisk. Where are all my Binging with Babish fans at? Oh yeah. We're back. I've got my chilled pastry that is very well chilled. I don't know why I divided it into 2 pieces because we're making 4 pies. So I need to divide these into 4 pieces each. Hang on. Aha! I need these to be circular, and that isn't looking very circular. Don't sense your fear. You need to tell it who is boss. I am the boss. Wow. Mrs. Lovett did make a note of how thin she rolled her crust. So also take note, keep that in mind. The last ingredient is coriander, which I know is very controversial, but it's important to be very careful with your coriander because that's what makes the gravy grander. If you know what I'm on about, you're my kind of human. Ta-da! So now that's all left. Now that is all that is left to do is to cook these bad boys, which the recipe says to cook them for 2.5 hours. That seems a little excessive, so I'm just gonna cook them for however long I want to. And here we have Mrs. Lovett's meat pies. This here is my favorite child. The other ones kind of turned out more like ugly stepsisters. I mean, it looks like a pie. First things first, I would like to point out that I let these cool for about an hour before eating them. My fellow Aussies out there can relate to the pain of biting into a pie way too early and completely burning your face off, so don't do that. Now for my first impressions. The pastry is so good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. The filling, once again, is pretty good. I would like it to maybe be a little bit more beefy. I think it's a bit bland, maybe more pepper. Play around with the spices. That's the thing, is with a recipe like this, you do have creative liberty. You can play around with it a little bit. However, I've tried it without sauce because that's how they did it in the show. But it is very un-Australian to not have tomato sauce on your meat pie. Game changer. It's like 12 o'clock at night and I'm very hungry, so I just need to stop eating and finish off this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. We made it all the way to the end. This video was actually a lot more successful than my last cooking video. If you were here for chaotic content, I am so sorry. I'm sure there will be many more videos where I royally screw up. Speaking of future cooking videos, please comment down below with any recipes you would like to see me try, whether they be musical theatre themed or any other theme. Just let me know what you would like to see and I will do my very best to bring it to fruition. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash like so I know that you liked the video, and as always, be a kind human. Feels kind of ironic on this video.